Hello, biology. This is a walkthrough of the diet and exercise activity. This one is going to require a little bit of reading to start with, and then you'll get to do some exploration. So, first thing I would recommend you do to save yourself time is scroll to the bottom and click here to load the simulation. When you click on this link, it will start loading this simulation. It is a slow load. It does not go very fast, and so you want to get that started right away. It may take several minutes. Mine's been sitting here loading for a while, so it seems like it pops up quick, but it actually took it about 3 or 4 minutes. So don't give up. Let it keep thinking about it, and it will eventually load, especially if you have slow internet. It could take a while. All right, just a reminder, when you loaded this assignment, it probably looked like this, which I'm sure a lot of people are trying to squint real close up to read. I've seen some people doing that at least. Remember this magnifying glass. If you click on the drop down and choose 100%, it brings it up to a readable size. So this assignment is looking into how our body uses proteins, carbohydrates, and fats, and starts to investigate some of those fad diets. You've probably heard like paleo and Whole30 and Atkins diet, where all you eat is meat. And we're going to look at the impact that those have on our health overall. So there's some important information you need to read in here because it's not anywhere else in the lessons, so definitely read through that. Here's our guiding question, the thing we're trying to answer, and some important vocabulary. You have body mass index and you have body metabolic rate, so two different new vocab terms. All right, so once you've got your simulation open, you're going to go to page 2, and we'll start here, at the top. And here's our first step. So every trial, we're going to start out with a female who does moderate activity, so it's about a half hour of exercise a day. She's 15 years old, 5'3", 110 pounds, and she has a 20% body mass index, or basically her fat ratio is about 20%. You'll notice she's pretty tiny, and this might be slightly underweight. So we're going to explore and see how that looks. So let's take a look at our simulation. A couple things to point out. Here is your person, and if you look at her heart strength and strain, that's what we want to compare. Her heart strength right now is kind of in the middle. It's, I would say, neutral. It's not a very strong heart, but she definitely doesn't have a weak or damaged heart. So she's kind of just in the middle there. If you look at heart strain, her heart strain is good, meaning she has very low heart strain. Her heart doesn't have to work very hard to pump blood through her body. So that's what we want. Someone who has constricted arteries or carries a lot of excess weight, their heart strain would be probably definitely not even middle, probably in the danger zone, because it's having to work overly tough or overly hard to get that blood throughout the whole body. Okay, so let's set her settings at what they told us to do. And so we're going to scroll down. You can type directly in this box. It makes it a little easier, I think, than trying to adjust the scroll bar. So type in 15, and then when you just click out of the box, it'll adjust it. She is 5'3", so 5 apostrophe means foot, 3 quotations means inches. And so when we click out, it figured that out. Okay, it said she weighed 110 pounds, so she's pretty lean, and 20% body fat, or BMI. Okay, so there we've got her set, and if we go down to our data table, notice I filled that in. She weighs 110 pounds. This is the very beginning. She has a body fat index of 20%, and her heart health, we look at strength and strain. So her strength is neutral, it's not good or bad, and her strain is good, it's in the green. Okay, so now we're going to do method number 1. So if we look up at method number 1, we've already set this as our default. So keep the calorie intake at normal for the average person. 2,000 calories is about sufficient. But eat foods that are high in protein and fat and low in carbohydrates, and keep the same activity level. So foods that are high in protein would be meats and nuts. You should have learned this from lesson 1.3. That's pretty much how you're going to get a lot of protein. Some dairy as well. High in fat is also some meats, particularly beef can be a very fatty meat. Pork can be fatty as well. Also dairy comes with a lot of fat too, so it's protein but high in fat. And then carbohydrates we want to keep low. And carbohydrates are your fruits and vegetables. Um, Carbohydrates are made of sugar, so anything that contains sugar is also considered a carbohydrate. And so your fruits are very high in sugars. That's why they're so sweet and they taste good. Vegetables have a lot of starches in them. If you're thinking like potatoes or other carrots, root vegetables, those have a lot of carbohydrates. And other carbs that you might be familiar with would be like breads and pastas, um, the yummy foods. So she looks like she is doing kind of the Atkins diet for number one, because she's doing high protein, high fat, but low carbs. So let's set that up. So if we scroll up and look at her food options, we don't want anything with bread, we don't want anything with sugar, so we're going to skip past this. Ooh, look at all that bread, tortillas. No, no go for her. We don't want those potatoes. A salad could be good. Let's put a salad on her plate. So high in fats. Dressings are usually high in fats, but you notice not much else in there. Okay, so let's see what else we can add. We're going to skip the fruits and veggies because they're high in carbohydrates. Okay, we added some yogurt, which did give us a little bit of protein. You can kind of see it here from the dairy, but it did come with a lot of carbs because there's a lot of sugars in yogurt, but we got some more fat, so that's good. She can have some carbs. All right, we're going to skip the juices and the coffee and the milkshakes. We don't want the vegetables. You're probably already thinking this is not the best diet. All right, let's load her up on protein. So we're going to take all the meats. We've got beef and chicken and bacon and ham and maybe another steak on there. Okay, our proteins are looking big. Our fats are looking big. We're keeping it low on the carbs. We still don't have enough um, calories here, though. Like, she'd be starving. So let's see. Oh, nuts are good. Nuts, and look how much our protein and our fats jumped, so those are good. Ooh, no potato chips, no chocolate. We're getting into the desserts. Let's see if there's anything else. Butter. Butter has a lot of fat. There, we got some fat. All right, I would never recommend eating just straight butter. Ugh, although it tastes delicious. Okay, we're going to double up on the nuts to try and get us closer to those calorie marks. And let's give her some more ham and some more bacon, because why not? It's delicious. Okay, we're at about 2,000. We're close enough. Now, if we look back at the instructions, it also said moderate activity, and they gave us an example, jogging for 30 minutes. So here's jogging for 15 minutes. Let's put in 2 of those, and that's her exercise. Okay, we are ready to see what this diet does to her body, and we're going to scroll down to the bottom, press play, and you'll notice it's very slow. It's showing the progression over time. We can start to see how this is going to affect her body. And we need to let it run for 1 year, because it said just do 1 year and see how she is when she's 16. So we're going to let it go, let it go, let it go. And actually, for the sake of this video, I'm going to go ahead and jump over to the simulation I finished. Voila! It's done. You need to sit through it though. But notice, we made it to 1 year. She's now 16 years old, and what has happened? Her weight has increased. Her calorie intake stayed about level, and what she burned was a little bit less than what she took in. So she ate about 2,000 calories a day, and she burned about 1,700, which means there's an excess of about 300 calories a day. Well, what did that translate into? Your body stores that energy and it turns it into fat. So we'll notice she's a year older, same height, which is good, shouldn't have changed her height. Her weight went up to 143 pounds. So let's record that over here. So she went up to 143. Oops, I'm looking at the wrong one. That was our starting one. Okay, and her body fat index is 37.4. 37.4. And then we need to look back at her heart health. So actually, her heart got stronger. So her strength increased, but her heart strain got worse because there's more fat that it's having to deal with, more weight essentially, right? So the heart's working harder. But that also might be why it got stronger. It's having to actually do some work. And when you exercise muscles, you make them work, they get stronger. So we would say her strength increased and her strain increased. And remember, you can change the font of these or the size to get it to fit in there so you're not overlapping. Okay, Let's look at our instructions. We finished method number 1. After a year, we did that. Okay, now we're going to reset it and start over, and we're going to do 3 more diets. So method 2, 3, and 4. So let me show you how to do that without having to actually reset everything. If you go back to where she's at and you click reset this part, that will clear out, and let's see, we can put the food back, or if you want to keep it similar, you can adjust it as you need. Actually, you know what? I think we will need to reset her altogether. So let's reset her. Reset all. Yep. And we'll take her back down to 15 years. I'll just type. It goes faster. 15 years, 5'3". Let's adjust just the 3. We want to make her 120 pounds. And I'm sorry, 110 pounds. And then 20%. Okay, so we took her back to what she was, and then you will build her new diet based on what they said in method 2. And it is easier just to reset it all instead of trying to pick the food out, because this time we want low protein, so not a lot of meats and not a lot of fat, but tons of carbohydrates. So this is where you get all that pizza and bread and ice cream, so load her up on that. All right, you're going to work through these methods, and you'll notice the last method is repeating method number 1, but you're going to change it to a male and see how the body chemistry causes a different result with the other, everything else staying constant. All right, when you get done with that, you will move on to page 3. You've got some conclusion questions here. Remember that each answer should be at least 3 sentences because you are explaining and you are proving that you understand how this works to the body. So you want to make sure your answers are fairly detailed. All right, this was a longer video, but hopefully that walks you through how to do this activity because there's lots of different variables you could change, but remember, you don't want to change more than 1 set at a time. So pretty much just her food intake, right? All right, let me know if you have any questions.